All right, here's a nice question. And it's dealing with linear functions. So they say you're driving in a car and you want to stop, and your stopping distance is controlled or identified by that function right there. Let me just type it. The distance, given your rate of speed, is equal to 23 over 20 r plus 3/4. Okay, the first question says find the slope of this line and its meaning in this application. Okay, so the slope, or the equation for a straight line, which this is y is equal to mx plus b. So this is the slope. This would be, in this case here, it'd be how fast you were going. And then this would be some constant. In this one, you can sort of see that y equals mx plus b. So our b is a constant, 3/4. And then our slope is this 23 over 20. So for part A there, it says what is the slope? So the slope is that number right there. So I'd say the slope is 23 over 20. And then they say for each mile per hour faster that the car travels, it takes how many feet longer to stop? So that's sort of what what the definition of slope is. So that's what I would say. It would take 23/20ths more feet to stop. Now here, they didn't say put it in decimal place, so I would just leave it as this fraction right there. Another nice question that they could ask is they could say, how long is it going to, or how far is it going to take you to stop given a certain speed? So they might say, what is the distance traveled? Say if you were going 20 miles an hour. Is this miles per hour? Yep. So if they want to know how far it would take to stop if you're going 20 miles an hour, you would just plug 20 in everywhere you see an R. So it'd be 23 over 20 times 20 plus 3/4. So here I sort of put the same number there so I could cancel them. So they'd be canceled. That'd be 23 plus 3/4, or just 23 3/4. And now is this feet? Yep, feet. So if you're going 20 miles an hour, it would take you 23 3/4 feet to stop. Now another question I might ask with something like this would be, what would the domain of that function be? And what I'm asking there is I'm specifically asking for that value right there, and asking what numbers make sense to go in there. So for example, say maybe a negative number, but then I think of a negative rate of speed and you'd be going backwards. I don't think that would, that's probably not a number that would work. How about if you put a 0 in there? If you put a 0 in there, 0 times anything is 0, plus 3/4. So what that is saying is that if you're stopped, it would still take you 3/4 of a feet to stop, but you're already stopped. So I don't know if I would include 0 either. I might say the domain are all the values of rate, as long as rate is greater than 0. That's probably what I'd say for the domain. I don't know if they'll ask you that question or not, but okay, hopefully that helps you understanding what they're asking for in that question.